Hello there. I'm Mike Morales. You are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our platforms, probably YouTube if you're watching us there. I'm here in St. Petersburg in our mobile command center, and that young man out there is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
Rick and I have been exploring, well, not, really literally for the last year and maybe a year and a half. We've been exploring mezcals together, and this one has really, really grabbed us by the palate. And this one is called Pluma Negra. And it's coming in different varieties of plants. We've tried the espadín, of course, the traditional espadín, which is at 80 proof. But then we just fell all over ourselves with Tobola. And this one is going to be interesting for Rick, because I don't think that we've ever tried this one together. It's Tepextate. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that is another variety of plant. As you can see,
whole new species of agave for me.
When we interviewed Humberto Ibarra from Glass Bottom Distributors, he frequently gets samples sent to him, and he was considering carrying this mezcal, Pluma Negra. Never heard of it before, so I asked him, "Do you have extras?" And he said, "Sure." So I'm not even sure if it's available in the United States right now, but Rick, you and I have just fell all over ourselves with the quality.
Well, we loved the espadín, and then we were blown away by the Tobola.
Well, this one I have had before from other brands, other makers, but not from this one. And you've never had it, as far as you can.
I've never had this species of agave. Tepextate.
Okay, well, Tepextate. So we're gonna pour it. This is. As we mentioned earlier, I'll read it off the. We're using the jarrito. I'm using the one with the larger neck.
Yeah, I'm using my shorter, wider mezcal jarrito tumbler.
And those are the ones that I've been using. Are the much shorter, stouter one. Oh wow! Whoa! I did not expect that.
It's a sweeter agave aroma.
Yeah. Oh, it's even much fruitier than the espadín. But different. It's fruitier literally as a fruit. This is like melons or mangoes or something. It's
exactly.
It's a tropical fruit of some sort, but not pineapple. It's more like a melon or something.
Oh my God! I wish you could see these very tiny tears forming right around the edge.
I see them.
And like with the others as well, they're very slow to form, and then they just really take their time coming down.
Well, the espadín was at 80 proof, but the Tobola and this one are at 52 ABV, which what is that? That's 94 proof or something, wasn't it?
What? 52 would be 104.
104. Yeah. Oh wow.
It's like I'm getting some, like I'm getting that sweet fruit around the edges, but then like right in the center, I'm getting like this big herbal hit.
Yes, I agree.
Oh,
but the fruitiness is lovely.
It is lovely. And especially, I like how it's kind of wrapped around the herbal center,
There's
like
a,
some kind of amazing, blow pop or something.
Well, the other thing too is not only is it fruitier, but it's much more floral also, I think.
Yeah. And I might be getting some citrus in there with that herbal center.
Wow, that's beautiful. I wonder if this guy makes a barril, if he makes a Karwinski.
Yeah, I would really be interested in trying that. I know that you guys love the barril.
Yeah.
I'm not as much of a fan of that woody. It's much more woody than the others, rather than the fruitier agaves. But from this master, I would definitely have to try it.
Yes,
No doubt.
I agree. This is really an eye opener. Holy cow! You should try it from the longer neck glass.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Now I'm not getting any smoke. I'm not getting,
no.
there's no bake or roasted anything. So again, we don't have any information on this mezcal. We don't know who the maker is. The label doesn't tell us. We know that it's being bottled and made in a palenque in San Juan del Rio.
Do you think these are all made from the same palenque, or do you think there might be different palenques in the town?
It's hard to say. It's hard. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if it's a co-op. I don't know if there's. It says it's from one maker, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go that it's from an experienced maestro mezcalero because that's what the label says. But it does have a Comarcam gnome on it, so it is identifiable. Um, I wish I knew more. I would love to know more about that. And you and I talked about that previously. We want to know more about his process. Is this pit roasted? Is he using autoclaves? I don't know. It doesn't smell like it. It doesn't taste like it. It tastes really more artisanal. It's not industrial or, there's these
Yeah, is it some kind of clay
traditions.
oven, or
Yeah,
is it like an autoclave just with like a very long, low roast, or
yeah, we don't, and the distillation process also makes a big difference. We don't know
Mhm.
if it's clay pot distillation. We
clay,
don't
copper, stainless?
copper or stainless. We have no idea. We don't know. If you guys know out there, please tell
And then the
us.
fermentation too. What are they
Yeah,
fermenting in?
are you fermenting it in tanks? Is it? I mean, traditionally they're just going to do it in wooden tanks, but we don't know. I'm not going to say that it is until we've actually know more about the process, but it sure tastes like it, or smells like it anyway. Well, I
Oh.
gotta go in. I gotta
Which do you
taste it.
think is more complex on the aroma, this one or the Tobala?
See, I think each of them are complex in their own way. You
Mm.
know, every plant brings its characteristics, and if the maker, and that's where the maker comes in, the hand of the maker. If he
Yeah.
can if he can present the characteristics of the plant that he is working with, then he's accomplished. He's accomplished what he set out to do. And I
Hmm.
think each one of these, because they're so different, they're all going to be different. Their complexities will be different. I sense more of a fruitiness and
Yeah.
floralness,
And
in this one.
herbal
Yeah, and the other one kind of leans toward an herbal, more minerality,
and baked agave.
and baked.
That was a huge hit for me, is the baked
Yep.
agave.
Yep. But we don't know if it's
Right.
roasted. The only one with smoke was the espadín,
And
and
just a
that was
little
at
bit,
80
though.
proof. Yeah.
You were getting more of it than I was.
Well, yeah. Well, I was using that glass,
Yeah, it could have been this glass.
using this one.
Nothing hides from the Jarrito.
Wow.
So it's
Oh.
thinner on the palate,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot going on there. I'm getting a touch of the smoke, like, I don't know, mid palate, I guess. I'm getting the pepper on the sides of the palate. I'm getting like I don't know, probably like some herbal notes throughout. Nice warmth on the back end, not like a burn, but just
Oh, it's that warm fuzzy, man.
yeah.
I'm surprised that the explosion of pepper wasn't as intense as it had been with the Tobola, where it just exploded in mid palate. This one is more of a consistent, and then it just kind of it disappeared for me. You
Yeah.
know, not that that's a bad thing. That's just how it
I'm
reacted.
starting to get some baked notes down in the glass.
Well, the longer these sit, the more they open up. You
Yeah.
know, we only go for so many
And
minutes,
it's
but
mixed in with the sweetness. Maybe it's like I don't know, maybe like a baked papaya kind of thing, or
See, and that's what I said. I said that it was a fruitiness like a melon or a mango you're right, maybe even papaya, something more
mm.
tropical. It's a tropical
But
fruit.
it's certainly not as like cloying as a papaya would be.
No, no. Yeah, there's nothing cloying about this. There's no artificial
It's
ingredients in any of these.
yeah, yeah. It's clean. It's thinner.
Wow, there's minimal smoke.
Hmm.
Very minimal. And that's a surprise because at a higher ABV, I still say I got more smoke in Espadin than I did in the other two. In the Tobola and the Tepextate, I got hardly any smoke.
Yeah. Wow, this is lovely.
So are you a fan now?
Oh yeah, I'm a fan. Bring it on, man. Um, and I've been thinking. So over our hiatus, I've gotten a little bit more into mixing. So prior to our hiatus, I was pretty much a snob about mixing. It was like, well, you only mix it if there's something you need to cover up, or
Right,
if it's not that great, or if it's one of these value brands, which great for rail.
right.
But over our hiatus, I've been experimenting with vermouths and bitters and trying different stuff. And for the mixologists out there, you could do some really amazing things with especially the Tepextate and the Tobola. There's just so much character that you can play off of in creating these really interesting mixes. And kind of going back, being a little bit snobby, I wouldn't dump fruit juice in any of these. It would have to be something where it's really presenting the spirit, but
Right.
maybe adding some accents or something. But like kind of like the way you might make a martini or something like that. And especially with this, where
So
it's thinner and a little bit drier.
if
You
you
could,
if you were to make a cocktail, then for you the key would be less is more.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like you might be able to throw this into like a martini glass or something with a couple of drops of vermouth or something like that. You know,
I, you know, we
get
have no
yourself a
idea.
nice herbal vermouth.
Well, we have no idea what the pricing is on
Mm.
on Pluma Negra, which is black feather. That's what it translates to. And um, I don't know if it would be cost prohibitive to
Yeah,
actually mix this with something, but it would be a challenge. I see your point that you would be inspired or challenged to come up with a cocktail that would present the characteristics of each of these plants. And I think it's possible. But again, it would take a really brave mixologist to take this on, because this is not faint. It's not. It's got plenty of character on its own.
yeah,
You know what?
yeah. It absolutely doesn't need anything. Fantastic sippers all the way across the line.
Yeah, yeah. I am so hooked on this stuff, and but again, and Rick and I have had a majority of different mezcals, different plants. This is his first try at Tepextate. This is my second time, and I remember even hoarding the first bottle that I had from another maker, because it's so rare. Not a whole.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that a lot of maestro mezcaleros fear playing around with that plant because it's just one false move and you'd mess it completely up. Um, but this one is
Well,
so,
this is an
so
incredible accomplishment.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna go have to look up Tepextate and see what I can find out about it. Cause
Well, gracias a Dios, I believe makes them now. And again, the plant is so rare to find in the wild that this particular mezcal from this plant is going to be hard to find, but you can find it. and it probably is pricey. We were very fortunate when, gracias a Dios, met with us at our home office in San Antonio, that they brought us bottles of Tepextate that they had not marketed yet. And we still have two of those original bottles, and I can tell you that even though it's the same plant, maybe different region, definitely different hands of the maker, but it really makes a difference. These are all coming from San Juan del Rio, and not one of them, they're not cookie cutter mezcals for sure.
Yes, no, it is really beautiful. If I'm, and it's like I only have 50 milliliters, so I'm gonna have to like really savor this. I won't be mixing this. Absolutely.
Yeah, please don't.
I'll be hoarding it.
Brands of Promise next year don't happen until January 2019. So,
man. So this might be my last sip of it until then.
You're going to have to hoard it and hide it from yourselves.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to make a trek down to Oaxaca and see if I can
find a guy.
Find a case of it or something.
Yeah.
Find a guy.
We'll see. We'll hopefully we don't know. Again, Glass Bottom Distributors was nice enough to allow us to have these samples. We don't know at this point whether it's maybe by the time you see this video, it will have been brought in to the United States. I'm not sure what the situation is right now. If you've had it, let us know in the comments. Wherever you're watching us. If you have a price on it, let us know, because Rick is going to go out and buy everyone that he can buy. I will. I'll see what I can rustle up from Glass Bottom, because this is really, again, Brand of Promise nominee. I think in the mezcal category of the Tepextate variety, and a high ABV. So unless we're going to have other Tepextates and other Toba, we'll definitely probably see more than one Tobola this year. But this one's going to stand out on its own, I think, for a long time. But we'll see. It's early in the year and the night is young. Oh my gosh. And
it's getting more. I'm getting more baked and mineral flavors, towards the bottom. It's really lovely how it
opens up.
It's changing in the glass, and what an experience!
It really evolves. Like I said to Rick earlier, we only have so many minutes to try to break as much down as possible. But when you spend time with stuff like this and you revisit later on in the evening, and it's like a completely different plant, or there's more coming forward, and I think that's the beauty and the romance of a really good mezcal, a well-made mezcal, is that the characteristics just keep on coming. The hits just keep on coming. So
this is something I would love to be able to share with people. It's like,
yes.
We have friends over, they come into the house and I like to show them what's new, and man, I would love to be able to introduce people to this.
Let me see what we can drum up. We'll find out. Maybe there's somebody out there who's watching this. Maybe somebody related to the maker or to the brand. If they're watching us, if they can reach out to us and let us know how we can get more, that would be great, and how we might be able to help facilitate bringing it into the States so that Rick can serve it to his friends. That's our take on Pluma Negra here at Tequila Aficionado. I'm Mike Morales here in St. Petersburg. That young man over there is
Rick Levy in San Diego.
You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on all of our networks. Please subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. Send us your comments. Let us know what you think if you've had this mezcal before. But above all else, remember to tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely. Hi, everybody. Rick Levy here with your special after credits scene. I found out some more information about the production processes on Pluma Negra after we signed off, and so I wanted to hop back on and share it with you. We found out that the distiller is Rodolfo Hernandez Aguilar, And they crush their agaves using a stone tahona pulled by a mule. So we're big fans of that. They bake their agaves using firewood in an uncovered conical ground furnace that I believe is lined with river stones. Having the pit uncovered, as opposed to how it's traditionally done, where they will, they'll throw agave fibers and dirt and they'll seal the pit, which seals in the smoke from the roasting process. So by having the pits uncovered would account for very little smokiness to the mezcal. They ferment in pine vats. They distill in copper pots. The Tepextate for a 750 milliliter bottle goes for 1,296 pesos, which is about $69 US. And as we like to say at Tequila Aficionado, tomar sabiamente, sip wisely.
I'm Mike Morales. I'm CEO of Tequila Aficionado Media, and I just wanted to thank you for watching Sipping Off the Cuff. We love doing these reviews for you. Now, if you're an Agave Spirits brand owner and you're watching this, there are 3 things that I'd like to talk to you about. Number 1, if you'd like us to review your Agave Spirit on Sipping Off the Cuff, just send me an email, mike@tequilaaficionado.com. It won't cost you a dime, and I promise you'll get an honest review. Number 2, if your brand has been nominated, past or present, as a brand of promise, we can help you promote your brand effectively and affordably over on the tequila PR side of things. Just email me, mike@tequilapr.com. And number 3, if your brand has ever been a brand of promise nominee or a winner, you automatically qualify with us, or to go with us on our next promotional tequila tour. So shoot me an email, tours@tequilaaficionado.com, and I'll send you all the details on our upcoming tequila tour. That's it. Thanks again for watching. Sip wisely.